Enterprise modeling system from Xamtrex provides you a single picture of your company's different enterprise entities. A single picture where all the enterprise entities are linked to each other, and you get a facility where everyone sees the same picture of the organization. Any company has business processes that provide some service to customers, internal and external. Processes are done either by people or by some IT systems or by some machines. These processes are acted upon by organization and application using some data. So data flows through the processes, and that's how the shaping of data is nothing but process. The organization and application again work at certain location, so you need to find out what is the location dependency between the organization, application, etc. Then things that are used are technology. Technology is used in a company to automate the processes or improve the processes or improve the way people work or improve the way IT systems work. Business rules are nothing but external influence that shapes the face of your business, like regulatory requirements, SOX compliance, Sarbanes-Oxley requirements, a lot of government requirements and regulatory requirements, market requirements. So you need to follow these business rules to have a disciplined approach to executing processes. Business requirements are something that change the whole shape of the business over a period of time. The way a company did business in 1970s is different from the way it is done today, and the new business requirements dictate those changes. Wherever business requirements come in, those changes need to be reflected in the processes, organization, location, data, everywhere. How do you identify this complexity and the interplay between all these enterprise entities? We do it using the enterprise modeling system. Let's have a look into the depth of how EMS provides these services to its customers. Let's log into EMS. There we go. This is the main window of enterprise management systems. As soon as you log in, you see the My Account window. Then you see the Manage Enterprise Entities window, which is where you will get all the different enterprise entities. Workflow management is a task where people can share a particular work between each other by mutually informing each other of the changes that a person is supposed to do to complete the workflow. Workflow is the automated form of a business process. Dashboard is where people see all the changes that they do to a particular workflow. We can look into all these things later. Data transfer is way which you can import your organization's data into EMS and try to model them. Terms and definition is a list of all the terms used in the enterprise and how they relate to each other. When you say process or when you say activity, different people in different departments think of it as different things. This terms and definitions removes all the confusion. If all the people in company just refer to one place, this place, as the definition for all the terms in the company, then all the confusion is gone. So there will be only one meaning of company ABC. There will be only one meaning of mortgages application. There will be just one meaning, and people know what that meaning is. This is terms and definitions. Let's look into the most important aspect of the product, which is the Manage Enterprise Entities. Once we click on this, we see different tabs for process, organization, location, data, application, technology, business requirements, and business rules. You can model each of these. You can create, you can view them, you can update, you can delete processes in a company. In Create, you can create a process, you can copy and create a process, you can create a process flow, or you can create an end-to-end mapping. So you map the enterprise entities with the process. Let's have a look at some sample business process hierarchies that we have done. So if we go to View, Pictorial View, and then try to see a hierarchy, we can see this. As you see here, I have made a sample company with its processes shown here. It's company ABC, and it has got top level processes, then the next level processes, and then the next level processes. So typically in telco companies, we have a framework called the ETOM model, Enterprise Telecom Operations Map. These three tabs represent those things called strategy, infrastructure, products, operations, and enterprise management groups. So you can develop your company's framework in no time. It's as easy as creating one process from here and setting a parent to it. As soon as you create that, we can directly see that particular new process being related to the existing process hierarchy. So you can communicate your process structure, the hierarchy of your processes, the people in your company in no time. This product is available over web interface as well for all people to see it. When you want to create, update, delete, and archive, you need to use the swing space, the desktop based application. Whereas if you just want to see the enterprise entities model, you can go directly to the internet and check it out. We have done this. Now let us see the enterprise entities mapping for a process. So let us say I choose the mortgage applications. So there are no mappings created for this. Let's try to see something else. No. Okay, I'm just searching for one where we can see some enterprise. So if we see this mortgage offer process is related to an application called persistence. Same way, you can see mortgage offer related to process if it's connected to a role. So if you see, I can see that process, the mortgage offer process, who are the people, who are the technology, which technologies, which processes, other processes are related to mortgage offer. Everything can be seen here. That's the beauty. It's a graphical picture and it's easy for everyone to understand, to communicate it. Process flow. When I click on mortgage process flow, I can see the whole process flow here. Believe it or not, this is all generated automatically. We asked you, while developing a process, we'll ask you, tell us the first step, then tell us the second step, then tell us which are the different steps happen after a certain step. And once you tell all those steps to EMS, it generates this process flow for you. You don't need to draw diagrams. You don't need to be a drawing expert to draw this. And the system draws these process flows in the most optimized way, in the most beautiful way to represent it, and for you to understand, and it's consistent. So for you, you're just concerned with putting the textual entries in the process flow, and you see the whole picture here. Yeah. Just imagine how easy it becomes for somebody to understand what it is. Now, in a process, there are different elements. Agreement in principle, this process can be done by person A, this can be done by person B, this can be done by person C. How do we see that? So if a person A is interested only in the bits that he wants to see in the process, how do we do that? You go to the sequence diagram. So what we'll do is we'll go to the sequence diagram and try to generate the sequence diagram out of this process flow. So we go to sequence diagram, we click mortgages and we say view diagram. There are different sequences that come out of that process flow. Let's see one of them. If you see here, you can very well see that this sequence is agreement in principle, decision. This happens like this. So persistence, this application is used 2 times in this process flow. Everything else is used just 1 time. The beauty is every application or the application owner knows that at what point of time I participate in this particular process flow. It becomes so easy for everyone to communicate, and remember, this is coming from the single picture. This is not a diagram that is drawn by somebody. It is generated from the data that was inserted at the time of creating the process flow. So it is consistent. It has to be consistent. It will remain consistent. This is the beauty. No 2 people will have different view of this flow because EMS provides them a single view. Same way you can look at other sequence diagrams and it's the same thing. Now block hierarchy. You can also represent your company in a block hierarchy format like this. So you know that your company is the big company and then it has 3 different sections. Then in each of the sections you have different processes, and each of the processes you can keep drilling down to the bottom. So you know the block hierarchy of your company.